Positive impacts of prayer as indicated by science. Prayer has been actually found to improve self-control, to manage anger, to be able to improve your ability to interact with others and individuals that pray. It increases your trust, actually. Looking at relationships between people, they actually, especially couples that prayed together, were more likely to trust one another. Now, whether or not that trust is, earned, who knows, but they actually trust each other. It enhances your ability to forgive, which is kind of important. Now, I wrote it down twice. Sorry. This one, can prayer reduce, it's actually about stress. Praying can reduce stress, can reduce mental anguish. And, as you guys have all pointed out, I didn't include it up here, but it can actually increase human health. Okay? Now, so my question is, what about, do I have anything else? Yes. Intercessory prayer. Praying for others, desiring that their health improves through divine intervention. So, pretend you haven't read the next line. Do you think that intercessory prayer works? Perhaps my mother gets sick, and I pray to God that she will get better. Do you think that that's going to happen because of God, Jack? And it's fine. There's no right or wrong answer. These are opinions.
I don't really know.
Yeah, okay, Jason.
Just because my specific beliefs in God, I would say yes.
In your specific beliefs in God, that is wonderful.
But according to science, I would say there wouldn't be so much of a correlation.
Grace.
I'd say that she probably wouldn't get better because of God.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it might be more because she might have a good support system.
She might have a good support system. My prayer might make me be even more giving and trusting than I would otherwise. That's a good point. And it may decrease my stress. But basically, all rigorous, well-controlled studies, what kind of studies should they be? Should they be blind? Should they be double-blind? Should they be with eyes wide open? What should they be? Matt?
Double-blind?
They should be double-blind because both the person being prayed for and the researcher should not know if there's prayer actually involved. All well-controlled studies have indicated that intercessory prayer fails to reproduce a positive health result. The nice thing is if I'm praying for my mother and other people are praying for my mother, it at least doesn't cause a negative result. That's a good thing. So, now, what could this actually mean? And number one, something that someone actually brought up, a deity will not allow itself to be tested by human beings. So, on a normal basis, the deity might say, I'm going to respond to your prayers, but someone comes along and is testing their, doubting the presence of that deity, the deity might say no. It could also mean that prayer does not actually produce positive health effects in others. And finally, it could also mean that the restrictions in current studies actually reduce the ability to observe the positive effects of prayer. Because as we were just saying, it has to be for a certain amount of time. It has to be at certain times of the day. There's actually one or two studies where they actually gave scripts to people that were doing the prayer. If you're reading a script, are you likely to have real emotion invested in that prayer? No. So, which kind of defeats the purpose of the prayer.